Yo, what is up guys? It's the Goblin and welcome back to another Call of Duty Black Ops 4 video. In this video, we're going to talk about in this current meta, what is the best submachine gun, aka SMG in Call of Duty Black Ops 4, because there's been so many patch updates, and while, they didn't really go directly at the Sog 9mm, reworking all the nerfs that have been coming down on all the overpowered weapons, moving the SMGs up, making the AR slower, it sort of has changed the meta. And while I still think that SMGs are a little bit underpowered in this game as a whole, like if you went up a team of 5 SMG players against a team of 5 AR players, unless it was on a map like Morocco or Summit where I really recommend SMGs, the AR team is probably going to be a little bit stronger in gunfights. But there is one SMG I really liked, the GKS, when the game first came out, and that was my best SMG. However, now I've moved the GKS down a little bit and I like one with a little bit more power, and that's the Sog 9mm, and this is what I believe to be the best SMG in the game as of right now, as of currently. And I also give my best class setup for it. We'll talk about some stats, some weapons, a class setup, everything you guys need to know about it in today's video. If you guys could smack a like on this video, I would really appreciate that. I'm uploading this video probably like late night. It's gonna be like 2 a.m. or something by the time this video goes up. So I want to upload another video in the morning. So if you guys smack up 1,000 likes on this video, as soon as we hit 1,000 likes, I will drop another video. So, just take that millisecond, smash that like button. I know you guys have been doing it and the support's been amazing. I appreciate that. Subscribe if you guys are new and not already subscribed. And let's get into it. So what is the Sog 9mm? It's unlocked at level 52. Personally, I used a prestige unlock token for it. I used it so I can, have a strong SMG to use when I play on Morocco, which is mainly an SMG map, and then Summit. Those are like my two go-to SMG maps. You can do them on other maps as well, but it's unlocked level 52, and it looks a lot like the MSC or the XMC from Black Ops 2, Black Ops 3. It definitely has, reminders of that. As far as this weapon goes, it has pretty good default sights. You don't need an ELO sight. However, I slapped it on because I had an extra slot available. And when it comes to the stats of this weapon, you have 36 bullets in a magazine. You have the second fastest aim down sight speed out of the subs, except for the GKS. You have the fastest reload time out of all the submachine guns, tied with the GKS. And basically, you have it's going to take around 6 to 9 shots to kill. But of course, you're going to be using this weapon up close, so most kills should be 6 or 7 shots. And your rounds per minute is at 926. So this gun has a faster fire rate than every single SMG, except for the Spitfire, of course, or the quad shot GKS, which doesn't really count, right? So this is the second fastest firing SMG. And when it comes down to time to kill, of course, fire damages of the SMGs are all pretty similar. And when it comes down to time to kill, it's about the fire rate versus the recoil versus, trade-offs and stuff like that. Its time to kill is 0.39, which is the fastest time to kill out of any SMG except for the Spitfire, which of course the Spitfire is more, that gun, and Spitfire Wildfire or Spitfire Normal, that gun goes absolutely bonkers at close range, but anything more than a couple feet, it's pretty useless. The Sog is actually useful on fights that are, a couple feet away, or, not long range fights, but you can win close to medium, normal SMG fights. This feels like a normal SMG, and while it doesn't feel as strong as BO2 with the MSMC like ran the game, or the PDW, this SMG can compete with the ARs, and you can see in this gameplay here, this gameplay only lasts like, what is it, like 9 minutes or something, and I drop a pretty nice score, and I'm stacking streaks, and I'm also using Stim Shot, which we'll talk about. So, yeah, definitely, basically, I want to go through the stats and just tell you guys that this weapon is good, it's strong, and statistically, there is an argument there for it being the best SMG, and not only statistically, I'm also going to put my opinion there and say that I think it is as of right now. Now, class setup. People want to know about the class setup, right? So let's talk about it now. I'll throw the class setup up on the screen right now, and then we're going to discuss everything that comes with it. Now, when you're seeing this class setup, let's go through it in order and talk about each of the reasons why I'm running this thing, because I'm sure you guys may have some questions around the class setup. I don't want to just say, this is the best class. You can't really just say that without explaining why or your reasons behind it. So, first of all, I run an ELO sight. That is because I like the ELO sight. Once again, you don't need to run one on this gun. This gun has pretty nice default sights, but if you look at the class setup, I don't have really anywhere else to go with that one point. I could throw on a secondary or an equipment, but I really don't think those are very useful, so I slap on the ELO right there. Next, I have the 3 attachments I run on this gun, which before I was always rocking stock with this, but I realized, there's not really reason to run stock. There is a reason, because it gives you like double strafing, because SMGs already have some of the best strafing in the game, but I'm like, if I go all in with attachments that make me win more gunfights and make this gun stronger than it already is, and I go in with grip, quick draw, and fast megs. Fast megs is self-explanatory, 36 bullets, and you're shooting at almost 1,000 fire rate. You're going to need to reload, even though this gun already has a fast reload, and you're going to need to reload fast. Attachment grip makes sense. SMG, any SMG, especially with one with 900 to 1,000 fire rate rounds per minute, is going to have quite a bit of recoil. This gun, surprisingly, and what makes it strong as the best SMG in my opinion, is just the fact that it shoots so fast and kills so fast, but the recoil is bearable. At least at a close range, there's like not much recoil, and in a medium range as well. But having grip also helps with that, which you're seeing in the gameplay. And then the third one, of course, is quick draw, which is just nice to have. It pairs nice with gung ho as a second perk, which I run on every single class setup. And quick draw is something that's not needed, but it is super duper nice to have, and it may save your butt in some gunfights where you're not really expecting the gunfight, and different things like that. Now, when it comes to the perks, Tac Mask, Gung Ho, and Dead Silence, there's not too much to say about that. Pretty standard stuff. Tac Mask blocks off a lot of the BS from Specialists, and in my opinion, this game is really, really good. And one of the biggest, I mean, I wouldn't say it's a flaw because it's made. They want, you know, people, you know, casual players to grab Specialists, call them their dogs, and, you know, mesh mines or whatever, and get free kills. But that's something that's super annoying as someone that like tries hard and, you know, a Call of Duty fan. Specialists, death streaks, support streaks, anything that are basically given out to people who don't really have to earn them in the game. Like if you get a strike team and you get 13 kills against my team in a row, you deserve that strike team. If you get a gunship from a care package, that's more RNG luck, right? So I think that Tac Mask counters a lot of those Specialists, which people are going to get regardless of how much you're smacking them in the gameplay. Gung Ho on every class, just amazing coming out of a sprint, especially with quick draw. And then Dead Silence as well, it works great. And on a map like Morocco, where I'm not using acoustic sensor, but sometimes you still can get some audio cues and of course block them off. Now, what I want to talk about is Stim Shot, because you guys don't usually see me using Stim Shot, and I was using it in this gameplay, right? So, and on this class stuff, and I do recommend Stim Shot for a couple of reasons. Now, yes, it makes me take like 2 to 3 more kills to start unlocking my streaks, but Stim Shot on maps like Summit or Morocco, where you really can't avoid running into multiple enemies. On certain maps, you can, like on firing range, you can sit back a little bit more and avoid it, but on other maps, you cannot avoid fighting multiple people, which of course you don't really want to do in this game. It's nice to do when you have a nice SMG like this, but Stim Shot is just amazing. And in so many gunfights where you get hit and you also hit the enemy, you can duck back around a corner, Stim Shot, and rush them, and basically take the chance that, you know, Stim Shot is probably the most popular gear, but it's 1 out of 5, right? So if you play the percentages, I'd say probably it's not 20% of people using Stim Shot. It's probably more around 30 to 40% that are using Stim Shot on a regular basis. But if you're playing statistics and you know you have that, you stab yourself with Stim Shot and then you rush them again, they probably won't expect such a, you know, ballsy play like that, and that's something that can be very, very helpful. I do think Stim Shot is at a good place in this game, and it gives you strengths in a couple of reasons, because it's quicker to use, your health goes up quicker, and at the same time you can shoot while doing it, which doesn't work out too well because the hip fire in this game is surprisingly weak, especially on SMGs. I think they did that for a reason, because they wanted people to run like Laser Sight 1 and Laser Sight 2, but that's how, as far as it goes. And now, as far as the SMGs in this game, I do think this is the best overall SMG. Of course, you guys may think it's something else or whatever, but this is just in my opinion. I think a lot of the pro players are gravitating towards this one as well, and even a lot of normal players like in the game. And if you think about it, what's the best AR in this game right now? Probably the Maddox. I mean, it's debatable still, but, you know, some of the best guns, basically what I'm saying, the Maddox unlocked at, what was it, like 50, you know, super late in the prestiges. I think it's like 49 or something. The Sog 9-millimeter, best SMG, unlocked at 52, and the Swordfish tactical rifle, which is a monster, unlocked at 55. So they're kind of getting people to use their prestige tokens, I think, on weapons that they want to hold, because I think they realize that the perks aren't too, or maybe they don't realize, but the perks aren't too strong in this game that you want to use a prestige unlock token on. It's more for the guns and the kill streaks and different things like that. So I've used them on the Maddox and the Sog 9-millimeter so far, and I'll probably use one on the Swordfish in the near future going through my prestiges. But I definitely think when it comes down to it, some of the best guns are unlocked late, but in reality, like when it really does come down to it in this game, SMGs still need to be buffed. And people, you know, people are saying on PC like how strong SMGs are, which definitely is true, because I have some friends that play on PC and they tell me that as well. It's just the game, it completely plays differently there. But when it comes down to it with the Sog 9-millimeter, I really think this is going to be your go-to SMG, and I really do hope that in the future more not score streaks, but more SMGs are buffed, because I really do think that they deserve to be buffed, especially some of them like just making them being able to melt at close range, because SMGs should not be losing to Maddoxes at close range. I mean, occasionally they should be, but not all the time like they do in this game. But this is one that can beat a Maddox up close because the fire rate is actually higher than that, and of course your time to kill as well, depending on if they have Maddox, Echo Fire, or whatever. But you guys get the point. This is a good SMG. Thanks for watching, guys. That's about it. If you guys could drop a like, I would appreciate that. Let's go for 1,000 likes, like I said, as quick as we can. Check out some of my other vids, and I'll see you guys in the next one. I'm out. Peace.